So in this video I thought I'd look at comparing the Air Max Drift to the Air Max Plus TN, because it looks like this taking its inspiration from that particular sneaker, and from what I can see is I still prefer the Air Max Plus. So this is a version that I bought out, and it's the 25th anniversary one, which I think is fire, and this is just a really nice sneaker. And then the Air Max Plus Drift, so this is what we've got here. Probably not the most ideal colourways. I'm sure there's going to be even nicer colourways coming out, but this is the one that I sort of gravitated towards versus some of the other colourways. I think with the brown stuff, I'm not sure, like a brown sneaker as a runner, and I prefer this sort of grey silvery colour. And so in terms of like comparisons, I can already see there's a few differences between this and the Air Max Plus. So I can see here, first of all, you can probably see that the tongue has got this little strap going across it, so it's probably to tuck in the laces, and when you don't want to sort of show them, that's what I imagine. The mesh kind of going around the cage area, that's more pronounced here, and you can probably see the toe box as well, like it's different. This one's like molded to the outsole completely. As you can see there's no sort of joins, and with this one it's tacked on top. So I'm not sure what the manufacturing process is, but this one's probably made it a lot quicker and easier for them to do that, because it's just one piece where they just stick it on. And the other differences I can sort of see is, I'm just looking at the air bubbles. Like you can probably see here, the air bubbles look pretty much the same, which is pretty lazy. And then if you can see the whale's tail here, this is different. It's kind of made in that sort of rugged more material, really. And then apart from that, I can see obviously the ticks are going to be different, so they're in different places. I prefer the placement of the original ones. That just looks nicer. I think maybe this is probably the first time that the mini swoosh was maybe introduced. I don't remember it being on any prior sneakers to this one. And the other notable difference is the back. You've got, this is made out of it feels sort of synthetic-y though. I was going to say leather, but it does feel a bit synthetic-y. And this has got almost like a plastic rubberized heel to it, which I think for durability wise is good. And also this won't cave in as well. This particular one won't cave in either. And then I think the other differences I can see is the outsole. So looking at both of them, there's a different pattern. Still prefer the OG, like the original Air Max Plus. And this one, you can see here, it's got not the little dots, it's got crosses. If you can see that on the outsole. And then the outsole itself, the pattern, the traction, where on the midfoot where it's holding most of the weight. This one has got almost kind of tire-like traction to it inside in terms of its pattern. And then on the outer heel, I still prefer the Air Max Plus. This looks much nicer than this sort of solid. This one looks like a work of art, and this one just looks like it's just been sort of put together with like grayscale boxes. And then you can see the tuned air as well. I don't know, this one looks nicer to me, and you can probably see like it's protruding through the holes as well, a lot deeper. And this one's not, it's quite thick. I don't feel any difference. I don't know if that's going to make any difference, but I don't feel any difference in the air bubbles themselves. The MX units, they kind of look similar and are the same. The only difference I can see is just on here. This one's going in a bit deeper and this one's not. And apart from that, I think the only other thing is the TPU plate that they've got here. This one's going all the way across here like that, and then this one's it's almost like fixed to the trainer itself. So I'm sure that doesn't affect rigidity, because it's all one piece, so it should stay more stable. Whilst this one's going to stay stable regardless because of that, but you can see that there's probably a slight give to it. But other than that, I prefer this version versus this one. It's just much nicer, and this came out 25 years ago, so you know, for me, I'm like one of those people that if you're gonna release something what better than what came before, and just don't think Nike did that with this particular shoe. It's okay. Like, I think if this one came out before, like 25 years ago, then I'd probably be saying different things about it, but it just feels like we haven't really moved on that much in terms of technology, and for me, I'd much prefer this. And it's not just the colorway, just the design overall is much nicer than this.